Bodice and Fisher, which one is it? They come out now towards the Devil's Elbow. The sidecar passenger throws his weight left, lets the back wheel just power it round, and the length of the straight is about the lead that Brindley has as he goes into Gerrard's with the back marker ahead.
Well, Fisher watched the way that Bodice passed him 2 laps previously, and exactly the same thing to Bodice. So he just came out the hairpin a little bit faster and managed to get on the inside line going into the chicane, the bus stop chicane. So a nice manoeuvre. Now he'll be making himself as wide as possible, keeping a tight line wherever he can, and making Mick Bodice go the long way round if he can get round.
The outright lap record for motorcycles here is in fact held by a sidecar outfit. Steve Webster and his then passenger Tony Hewitt last year went round in 50 seconds dead. That is a record speed faster than any of the solos, 98.64 miles an hour, and that was exactly a year ago in 1989. That record has not been approached today. They didn't get anywhere near it in qualifying. There were some 2 seconds off the pace. But let's face it, Webster, 3 times world champion, is the very best in the world. And again, number 17, Mick Bodice, goes past Fisher and Paul Hutchinson into the S's. That must be very frustrating.
Yeah, with a big outfit of Fisher's, it's not the hub centre steering type of system that Bodice is on, and it does understeer a lot more. That means it pushes the front wheel. It won't go around the corner quite as quick, and he's struggling. And especially on this tight circuit. But you see he takes a wide outside line. He'll be trying to get on the inside, but he can't do it. Bodice holds the inside line. That's the only way to get to the bus stop first. So now he'll be hard on the power, 140 brake horsepower, transmitted through that big 7-inch rear wide tyre.
Second and third. The leader now sailing happily on his way, having a lovely ride all on his own, but there's a tail ender ahead. So number 11, Derek Brindley and Nick Roche, well into the race now with this tail ender coming up through the S's towards the hairpin again. It looks to me as though it's Phil Belmont and Dave Elliott. I'll see as soon as I can get the number, give you some idea. If it is 38, then it's Phil Belmont. It is indeed Phil Belmont and Dave Elliott. They've been lapped by the leader, and there are still more tail enders ahead as we await now the second and third place men. But the leader now well over the line on his way. Apparently, Steve, nobody can steal this from Derek Brindley. He really is invincible now. No,
he looks to have the whole matter under control and very much in charge of it. He can afford to slacken the pace a little more, but that's more than can be said for Mick Bodice, because Mr. Crone is right with him and he's not giving in at all. There was a few telltale puffs of smoke out of the Rob Fisher machine. I hope haven't got a problem here.
Well, in fact, Mick Bodice had a bit of a glance over the right shoulder there. I don't know whether that was just to ascertain where Rob Fisher was, but this is the race leader still, on his way to 10 points. If he picks up the 10 points, and it looks as though he does, he'll move on to 40. And if Rob Fisher picks up 8 points for his third place, he will move on to 44. So Rob Fisher will go to Donington, still 4 points in the lead. But what a tremendous duel that's going to be when we get to Donington between the big Suzuki. And any guesses with regard to Donington Park, which one of these would win?
Well, I would have thought under normal circumstances Rob Fisher's machine would have been at its best on this short, tight circuit, and it would have worked well, but it isn't his own machine. He is injured, so I don't think we're seeing the best of Rob Fisher at the moment. So anyone can say, but Donington Park, I think it'll be pretty evenly matched.
And the thing we overlooked, of course, Steve, that he's got a stand-in passenger in there, not the regular passenger who is injured, and Paul Hutchinson doing an absolutely first-class job. My hats off to him, because it ain't easy. By no stretch of the imagination is that an easy job to hang in there the way he does, and you're being thrown constantly right, left. The acceleration, the brakes are on, the buffeting, and the G-forces are just threatening to throw you clean out of the machine. They're now past the tail ender, but still second and third place battle between Mick Bodice and Rob Fisher. And my guess is that Rob Fisher will just about squeeze a bit, and he has, going down towards Gerrard's. No, he hasn't. He's on the inside now. It looked as though he was past there, but no way, said Mick Bodice, and Bodice still leads. Derek Brindley into the S's again, coasting home now to this one. The crowd absolutely loving it. Further down the order in 5th place, number 35, Vic Jefford and Peter Hill. They are lying in 2nd place in the championship, so they will pick up some points. The asphalter from Labour in North Yorkshire will collect some points for his trouble, but not enough, I have to say, to win him the title if these two keep going the way they are. And look at that titanic struggle for second with the tail ender ahead. Yeah,
Rob Fisher seems to get on the power coming out of Devil's Elbow there and gets a bit of a run. You see a little puff of blue smoke again. I hope he hasn't got an engine problem. I'd like to see him finish his race, but the big 4-stroke Suzuki is obviously hotting up under these conditions. But yeah, terrific job done by Paul Hutchinson. It's a new driver for him and vice versa, and it takes a long while to get a customer acquainted to your driver or your passenger. So I think under the circumstances they're doing a great job.
The Paget's livery very evident through the S's. Very stylish on that sharp right-hand bottom gear bend. They throw it round, get the back wheel spinning, as Steve Parrish said, and it does at least save the clutch. They spin out on the rubber rather than on the clutch plate. So, over the right-hand side, reaching for the handhold on the very fast Gerrard's Bend. Hanging on for all he's worth. Nick Roach, the hand down, on the step straight, tucks down, down goes the head, out of sight. When he hears the outfit change down, up he pops again for the right-hander. He knows the circuit, knows which way to go, out for the left, and just watch this, copybook stuff at the right-hander.
Yep, you can see him rev, as he goes in there, he hooks it right down into bottom gear, turning on the power, the machine revving something like 11 or 12,000 RPM as it wheel spins its way out the corner, and it doesn't do the tyre any good, but the tyre can take it. And as Barry said earlier, it relieves the strain on the clutch plates and allows him to continue hopefully, but it also does put a lot of heat into the tyre, which makes it even grippier.
A glimpse of a tail ender ahead of Derek Brindley, and unless I'm mistaken, it looked like the conspicuously coloured outfit of Eddie Wright. I could be wrong, yes I am wrong, but you can't be right all the time. And just a glimpse of it there, it is another tail ender as soon as we pick the number up, but Eddie Wright's in there somewhere. There is some very bright red, and we keep getting glimpses of it. Number 40, the tail ender there, Roger Bodie and Andy Peach. So, number 40, Roger Bodie, about to be lapped, having the fright of his life as the race leader goes through. Roger Bodie qualified in 13th place, so the gap now between the race leader as he starts his last lap and the second place man almost 12 seconds, and as they get round in a little over 50 seconds, he has almost a quarter of a lap advantage. A brilliant ride by Derek Brindley, an equally brilliant ride by his passenger Nick Roche. The crowd here has not been disappointed with what has turned out to be another thrilling sidecar race. This is round 6 of the Super Cup Championship with 1 round to go. Brindley up to the hairpin. Steve, a last word from you on what we've seen today.
Well, just superb racing, and we're about to see Mr. Brindley just cap it all with a lovely win. But it's been a fantastic weekend's racing, and well done to Mr. Brindley on a terrific ride. 12 seconds in front. That takes a lot of doing when you're lapping around this circuit at only 50 seconds. It's like having a massive lead on a normal size circuit.
Mick Boddice gets the verdict for second place, pushing Rob Fisher down into third, but Rob Fisher still will lead the championship. They could really do nothing about the flying Derek Brindley, number 11. What a tremendous victory. Almost a start finish. They came from third, fought through, and from the 5th lap, they never looked back. A great win by Derek Brindley and Nick Roach.
And that's